Well, boys, Monday night, day after a good Pats victory, uh, episode 101, Big and Small podcast. Rick, can you hear me okay? Testing one, two, three.
Yeah,
All right, let's get him up, Rick. Got my water?
Pats rocking and rolling. Great, getting a great light night last night at the condo. Um, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for
Yeah,
our
so,
millions of viewers. Thanks for our reels. Hey, thanks for our Buffalo fans. Nothing better.
yeah, first pregame reel got over 2,000 views. Halftime reel only got like six, 700, and then postgame was another 2,000 views. And some negative comments from our Buffalo fans. Said that between us, we don't have one brain cell. So that's great. So yeah, I was thinking, Dougie, what do you think? Little socks. Man, we'll touch on the Pats. I mean the Bruins and the Celts, and then we'll talk Pats. Victory last night, clinched the playoff berth.
Yep.
So, do you have like the summary of what the Sox have done in the offseason? The mediocre moves.
Uh, Hold please.
So I know we got the first thing they did was Sonny Gray. Okay, definitely not a number two starter.
All day sunny gray, you mean?
Yeah, definitely not a number two starter, but seems like they got him pegged for number two.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yep.
they got then they traded like most of their bullpen for prospects, right? And then they got some question
Yes.
mark guys that some question mark arms. Nobody's really proven, but upside.
Yep.
They swung and missed on all the free agents except Bregman's still out there, but I don't think they're going to sign him because he wants too many years. So they ended up trading for Contreras. Is that what his name is?
Wilson
Contreras.
Contreras from
St. Louis.
St. Louis and cash considerations. They got rid of Hunter Dobbins and a couple minor league guys. Wilson
So
Contreras is a right-handed thrower, right-handed bat, 6'1", 240.
240. Wow.
Yeah. Um, 490 at bats, 70 runs. 226 hits, hit 20 bombs and 80 RBIs with a average of 257.
Yeah, 226 hits.
No, 126.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, that's like Wade Boggs numbers.
126. Um, I'd have to do the math. I don't know. 490 at bats.
That's not a full season.
Is it close?
It's probably
You figure you get what, an average of three?
it's like 100 at bats short. So he probably
So
20
four
20
divided by three,
probably missed 20 25 games is my guess.
which I mean, those are probably just scheduled off days in the realm of a 162 game season.
That's
Your stats that you're looking at don't have games played.
that's about right. That's about if you took 150 games
162.
times three,
Usually
you're looking
four
at
at bats.
450.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, he was out there.
he's that's a lot. That's a lot of at bats.
Yeah.
I mean, he got injured a couple years, but when he's healthy, he's a 20 home run guy.
Yeah.
Gonna be a good park for him to hit in Fenway.
So I mean,
He's
if you don't have Bregman, he's your what, 5 hole hitter, 6 hole.
I have no idea what they're gonna do with the lineup right now.
The MLB is different now. I mean, they got like your best
Ichiro
hitter
leads.
goes
Tani leads
first.
off for God's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, your best hitter usually is the first batter, right? Regardless of power or whatever, they're usually the first. Like Judge, doesn't Judge lead off?
Yeah, I think it's weird.
It is weird.
Just trying to give him another at bat. I don't like it. That's just one of those
Right.
gaff things. It's not like the look of it.
And analytics, get your best hitter the most
Well,
number
no,
of
I
at
mean, I
bats.
kind of agree because you're only a leadoff hitter one time in the whole game, right? So why not get your best hitter up the most you can during the game?
Well, because I look at it that your 8, 9 hitters are your worst should be your worst hitters on the team.
Well, not if you realign the lineup to get them, you get guys to get on base.
Well, nobody has 9 good hitters in their lineup.
Don't have to be good hitters. You could be, just an on base guy.
Well, either way, they're going to be your worst 2 hitters. I mean, so if they're your worst 2 hitters, that's my concern. The guy gets up all the time with way less guys on base. Instead of getting your best on base guys up first and second hole, good quality OB. Then you hit the best guy 3, and then you get another guy that can protect him. I don't know, whatever. But the point is, this kid will be all right. I don't know what their line is. Duran's going to lead off.
No, they say Anthony's going to lead off.
Who?
Anthony.
Well, if they go with that method, but I wouldn't. I'd have Anthony in that line. It's got to hit at least third,
Yeah.
and then you're going to be looking at this kid Contreras might be the 4 hitter. No, it's Story hitting 4 if he stays hot.
So then what's the plan?
I don't think there's a plan.
Casas your DH right now?
Well, that was the thing I was going to bring up, Doug. It's a good point. I was just saying, I wonder if Casas is scheduled to be back.
What do you mean?
I didn't think they'd sign a first baseman because I figured they'd just say Casas is the guy. But I wonder how he's doing with his his injury.
I mean, obviously he's not your first choice, but would you be okay with Casas as your DH?
I don't know. I think he stinks and I think he gets hurt. I wouldn't be thrilled with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't, but like I said, the kid can hit bombs when he's on, but I just think he's a weirdo. I just don't want him to be I wanted him traded for 2 years.
Right.
At least. And they blew it. They should have traded him at his highest value. As soon as you get guys laying around in the bullpen and wearing fingernail polish, right? You're not on my team.
Caleb Williams wears fingernail polish.
Yeah, but he does that because he wants some receivers to be able to see his hand.
What?
If I'm 30 yards away, I can't
It's like when catches do it. Oh, so when he's giving signals out here, they can see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another podcast, I think.
But no, I think the Sox. I don't see him signing Bregman.
I just don't think he's worth the money, and that's probably the conversation they're having at Fenway right now.
It's the years, I think. He's not worth the money in the year. He wants a 6-year deal. He's 31 years old.
Well, I mean, this kid,
they're doing the trunk.
I mean, this kid Contreras is 92, so that's what, 33?
Yeah, but he must have low years and probably not a lot on that contract.
Obviously,
definitely cheap, that's for sure. You know what though? This is the thing, and I wanted to say this before about the Red Sox. If you want to change the philosophy, if you say, you know what, we would rather get younger guys, longer deals at lower money, less risk. You listen to me, Doug, this is important. If that's their philosophy, which it appears it is, they go for value, they want younger guys at length, then just say that. Come out and say, this is what we're doing. I'd have more respect for that, even though they have money. No, we're going to run this like a business. We want to go for value. We want to go for length of term. We want to sign young guys. Just say what it is. But don't come out and say we're going to be aggressive, do nothing, and end up with, chump change. It makes them look like complete assholes. Like, tell us what you're doing. Then we can evaluate ourselves whether we're on board or not. But I mean, if I owned a company, if I was them, yeah, I'd want to maximize my profit margin, and this is what I'm doing, and I would be completely transparent about it. Everybody would be happy. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. But they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. They're going to be aggressive, go after Alonso, and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't sell me that shit because it's wrong.
Yeah, but we also don't know what's going on. I mean, like you said, everybody would probably be willing to have Bregman back, but if he's asking for the moon and the stars, they're just not going to do it.
Say that. I would.
Maybe they're just saying it in like good faith, like they're not just gonna put the guy's business out there, you know? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, he might
No,
come back to the ball club. You never know.
it doesn't have to be Bregman specific. Just say that guys that are over 30 years old, we're not signing them for 6 years, 7 years. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're signing them for 4. We'll max them out at 4. That's all we got. Why not? That way there, no one, can complain when Bregman signs with whoever for 6, 7 years at 30 per. We told you we weren't signing that guy.
Because I think if you put that stuff out in the atmosphere now, that goes around the league, and it just now that's going to be your thing. Like, no, I don't want to deal with Boston. They already came out and said they don't want to do X, Y, and Z. So I'm all
Well,
set with Boston.
they're doing it. They're saying it without saying it because that's what they do. That's how they operate. You know. So
No,
I
I
mean,
agree. I mean, I know what you say, Coach. I get that. I think you never know. You never know if the right player, whatever it is, because I think right now he's younger, but supposedly Bichette's in play, which I would love.
he's in his 20s still, right?
Yeah, put him over a third. You know,
Yeah.
he's a good right-handed bat. He's got experience. That
Is he a
infield's
third
freaking
baseman?
loaded.
Why
Huh?
did I think? Why did I think he was a shortstop?
He is a
He is.
shortstop, but he could play
But
Oh.
third
they'll
too.
move him. He'll move to third. He's ready to move to third because his range has decreased immensely. He's gone through some injury stuff too, so he's not quite as agile, hostile, and mobile as he used to.
Oh, hey.
But no, he'd be a great fit because you still gives you that flexibility either way, right there, Dougie. You can put Marcelo Meyer over at third. You put Story at second, Bichette at short. Depending on the play out, but Story's going to be a shortstop if he's healthy. But Bichette's a perfect fit for them. Good age. That infield's legit now. You get Contreras at first. He can hit you 20 plus. You'll have 3 infielders who are 20 plus home run guys.
Well, Meyer would be good even at second. He
No.
played second last year.
No, that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
I bring Bichette's playing third, Story, then Meyer's playing second. Then you get Contreras over first. Nice, it's a nice infield. That's a good infield. That gives you now you get Bichette's hitting in gonna hit, have Bichette hitting probably 4, Anthony 3, and then you're sitting there 5 is Story, 6 is Contreras. Now we've got a little lineup. Then you're looking at Arroyo, it's hitting like 7.
Yeah.
Each, you're gonna have Massa hitting like 8th. It's
And then
an
a
interesting
catcher.
club.
Then a
Depending how Marcelo Maya, because right now the point is though we're saying is I assume right now with the outfield, right, Anthony I'm guessing is going to go when you talked about Casas being the DH, Anthony doesn't have a position right now.
He's probably a better outfielder than
I always thought they convert Anthony first base. No, but I'm saying you still have, it's going to be Duran in left, Rafaela in 7, because you could also put Anthony back to center. Rafaela could go to second, that's what I think they're trying to sniff out of this. And they're going to put Rafaela back to second, though he's probably even a better shortstop than Story. The kid's a freak. And they put Meyer at third, and they take the cheap date out. But because then you have Massa, so you're not those guys. So what are you going to do with Masasaka? You
can't trade that guy. He's too
I
expensive.
know. That's what I'm saying. It's like they really don't have. They have limited space in what they do unless they then go out and deal a couple young guys for maybe another arm. But
They have
you
like
could have
10 starting pitches.
Roman Anthony, like I say, you could, because you never know. Maya can play the D, but we're not convinced what he can do hitting wise. But it gives you a lot of flexibility there. You've got Anthony, you can DH, play outfield. You've got 3 solid outfielders already. Rafaela can come and play infield whenever you want. Story can play short or second or third. You've got Bichette playing short or second. Of course, he plays short or third, but of course, he plays second. You've got a right-handed first baseman. You get someone like Bichette. They've done their job there. They've done their job, and I would still love to see them. Get rid of some young pitching and bring in a real bottom line number 2. Because if Sonny Gray's your 3, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's right in front of you. All you got to do is just
But they're not going to do it because the whole scenario is in front of them. They're just talking it up. The whole plan is they're going to have all those guys playing. And they're going to bring other backups up. Maybe Casas gets healthy, see what they do with him. But it's like we've already got the pieces that can play and produce some offense. And that's what's going to happen.
they got rid of the vaunted Ref Schneider.
To the Mariners.
Yeah, what'd they get for him? Bag of balls?
I think he was a free agent. No.
Well, I don't know.
Just to go back to I don't know if this affects you guys' view on it all, but the Contreras is making 18 million a year.
Yeah, that's cheap for a slugger nowadays.
Yeah, but there was a dump. I agree with you, Dougie. He's still overpaid, in my opinion. 20 homers a year,
Yep.
hitting 250, 260, driving in about 80 runs, it's okay, but that's a lot of dough. But I don't, they need a right-handed hitter. He was overpaid when he was with the Cubs. Everybody loved him when he was with the Cubs. And then St. Louis way overpaid for him when they got him as a free agent. But still, it's not an outrageous contract in this day and age. That's for sure, Coach.
No, not at all.
But I just think they said, "Oh, we'll get a first baseman in there. We'll see what happens with Steve." I just don't. Like I said, I could easily see it's going to be Anthony going to center or Anthony going to left, and it'll be Duran in center and Rafaela coming back to the infield if that's what they want to do. But if you got a Bichette, now you're talking. Now you're talking. The difference with if you get Bichette is now you're very right-handed hitter. But Anthony can slot in between, him, or you could put him in Story, however you want to do it.
And they got Abreu too.
In Abreu, so you could mix it up there. And Masa's a lefty too. So
And Casas.
I think Maya's a lefty. I think Maya's a lefty too, right?
Yeah, Maya's a lefty.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just saw some buzz about that, and I was kind of excited about it. I liked it.
Yeah, that would do it. I agree with you. All right, you want to move on to the B's?
It won't happen. The only thing that will happen is call the RPO.
So, all right, let's hit on the B's and the C's quick. Actually, C's are playing right now. They're playing Indiana.
They're down 14.
They're down 14 to Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana's like the worst team in the league.
Yeah, down 14.
They'll win. But they're playing pretty good. Whatever. They're going to end up third place. The big question is Tatum. Does he come back? I wouldn't bring him back. Let's see what you got, Let him play.
I think he'll be back.
I think he will too, but I don't agree with it. I'd rather see him not play.
Why?
Because you don't want to see him repeat tearing that thing. I mean, those things take a good year.
Well, I'm sure it's going to have to be 1,000%. They're not going to risk that. Look at Aaron Rodgers whipping around last night, getting a win.
I know. Kind of impressive. I mean, everyone says he's a jerk, but it's pretty impressive what he does at that age.
100%.
He whips that ball 60 yards.
I think the Celtics could be very good. Except Missoula has such binky players. I can't take it. I'm not an anti-Pritchett guy, but Pritchett is not an NBA starter. I don't care. And he's only doing it because Missoula freaking loves him. These younger guys are good. There's some high energy in them. This Gonzalez kid, what a draft pick he was. How old is he, Dougie? Like 19?
Yeah.
19.
It's crazy.
19.
He's already big. He's aggressive.
I'd like it to put a little more weight on. He's 6'6". He's only 200 pounds though.
Yeah, but he's getting bigger. Look, I mean, if you're watching the game at all, he's a pretty big cat.
He's 19.
And he's gonna be a very good player.
That was like what's his name? Kevin Durant when he came in the league, like couldn't even bench his body weight.
Yeah. He's a stud.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had. This kid's way bigger than Durant. I mean, it's not going to be Kevin Durant, but this kid's a big kid. He's a big kid for his age. But I just think he plays the binky guys all the time. Doogie always plays. This guy's on that bench, man. Super aggressive, high energy. High flyers. When they play, they're very exciting to watch. They play tougher defense, and I always watch freaking Pritchett pound the basketball, chase somebody as a defender. He can't cover anybody good. And like I say, I like him, but he's not that role. He's not.
Well, he's making
role.
fucking $7.5 million.
Is that it?
That's a good salary for a guy who's, the sixth, seventh man. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the other guys are heads and tails above him. That's not how I look at the team. I just look at how the team is, that in general, like 10 of them can play. Like it really almost doesn't matter who's on the court. Just use the combinations right, because they don't lose anything when a lot of those other guys come out on the court.
Yeah.
If they bring different energy levels, you run different things, but they so many minutes go to these guys all the time. It drives me crazy. Again, they're down 15. Then it's nuts. And then the other group will bring them back a little bit, and then they'll put these guys back in with Doogie, who's horrible. But anyway, they're a decent club. Thank God the league stinks.
Yeah. I agree.
It's amazing.
How about the bees?
Just think about basketball in general, right? Like going back, not to like be a big deal. Like going back to like with the Bird era, right? Think about like in that division, the like legendary teams that over that decade, like you couldn't even, there's not even one you can name in the East right now because the Celtics blew last year, right? You're talking Sixers never won it, loaded.
Right.
Freaking, obviously the Celts. You had even with Dominique was tough. The Pistons, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Chicago Bulls. I mean, you're talking about legendary teams were in that same era. That was real basketball. And then you moved out to the West. You had Utah, who couldn't get over the hump, but obviously the Lakers. They had great teams out there as well. Star power. Like I say, it's just a totally different. It's just the product is so substandard.
Yeah, it's because it's just a different game now. I mean, it's a different game, completely different game. Back then, guys went to college for 4 years. They came out of college, they were ready for the pros, and it wasn't this love affair with the 3-point line. It's literally a different game.
Oh yeah, crazy. What the New York Knicks?
Yeah,
Patrick Ewing.
right.
You know the hump. They were in the league now. They'd win it.
I mean, they had Oakley, they had John Starks. Remember him?
Oh, they were freaking nasty. I mean, it was great. Those teams. Charles Barkley. Just look at the Dream Team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. You had Bird, obviously.
The Dream
the South.
Team. Is
They
that
had
is that the
Dominique.
90? Is that the 96 one? Is that the actual?
That's the original
The
Dream Team.
original, yeah.
No, I think it was 92.
You had Barkley from the Sixers. You had Ewing from the Knicks. Jordan and Pippen from the Bulls. The only people that were in the team was the Pistons because they snubbed Isaiah.
Yeah, they did.
No,
Jordan said, I don't want him.
Yeah,
That was it.
exactly. But I mean, that's crazy. Think about it. Then you go to the West. It was John Stockton, Malone, right? Magic. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like it's hard to even name 10. I just named you freaking 10 or 12 superstars. I couldn't even name 10 or 12. I could, but you'd have to be making them up a little bit.
Not really. No, you're right. You couldn't really do it now.
You get
I mean, maybe the kids could
Halliburton's
do
in
it.
it now. Halliburton. We're going to compare Halliburton to Chris Mullen. I mean, come on.
Right. No, it's just a different game. It's a different game. It's gone down the tubes. That's why viewers are down. It's a down league. It's down league for sure. It's just a different game. It's lost
That's
a lot
why-
of viewers.
That's why you can be in mediocre is a bit mediocre, and just work hard. I'll give Missoula credit. They definitely work hard, and you're gonna get enough wins, But to think of like this Celtics team even remotely being a championship caliber team is, even with Tatum back, just I don't like it would be amazing.
I know.
But they might make a run. They could legitimately still win the East with Tatum, which is insane. He would have looked back in the day and be like, yeah, no. You're gonna get so smashed, you don't know what to do with it.
Even the Bullets back then were good. Pretty good. They were tough out.
Guys.
They were tough out. The Bullets, remember the Bullets?
Yeah.
They were a tough out anyway. They weren't, but they were still ahead of guys.
But
Anyway.
we'll see what the Celtics. What do we got? What do the Bees play next? Tomorrow night?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're up and down. It's funny. The NHL is so close. One day they're in second, the next day they're like barely in a playoff spot.
They play Montreal tomorrow night.
Montreal's pretty good.
Oh, that's gonna be must-see TV.
7 p.m. puck drop.
Yeah,
ESPN Plus.
That was a game that started with a couple brawls, right? Last time they played them?
I don't remember.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
That's
They play Tuesday, then they're in Buffalo Saturday.
Buffalo's decent this year. The whole league is pretty, even. Seems like nobody's really running away with it. At least in the East. Colorado's crazy, but it's fun to watch. It's definitely competitive. Bruins are outperforming expectations, I think. Based on what we saw in the preseason, based on their moves in the offseason. I'm pleasantly surprised with the Bruins. They're fun to watch. They have a good brand. They hustle. I like the way they forecheck. The forecheck's unreal. What's his name? The backup goalie's not that great right now. He's kind of
It's
falling
been
off.
too bad.
Huh?
Corpusalo.
fine.
Corpusalo, yeah, he's
So,
had a couple of tough outings.
you're right, though, Coach. They did dip. They're 4 points out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same games played as Detroit. Detroit's having a good year. Wow,
Yeah.
big game with the Canadians because that's a big swing point. Bruins
Colorado's put up 141 goals.
Colorado's just playing a different game right now.
They've
They have
only
two
let
freaking
they've only
losses.
let up 80 too.
They have 2 losses.
They have 2 regulation losses. Yeah,
Yeah, 7 overtime losses.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
They're outrageous. Guess who beat them though? The Bruins. Bruins are one of the teams that beat them.
They're undefeated at home in regulation.
That's crazy.
Well, then we would see what happens with them too. But that's a tight conference right now. Crazy.
Yeah, Florida's starting to pick it up.
Toronto even 35. Buffalo's 38. Ottawa
Yeah.
40. Right, everybody's right there. It's
Right.
nuts. Wow, be interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good. It's good to watch. All right, moving on to the 12. What are they? 12-3?
Yes.
New England Patriots.
Well, I just want to touch on something before the Patriots
Okay.
from our last podcast.
Yep.
Everything we talked about, how the NCAA butchered the teams in the playoff, butchered it.
Oh yeah.
It's like the what was it? The Friday night game, awesome. Saturday morning game, awesome. And then you knew right away Tulane and James Madison are playing. No cachet, both were blowouts. James Madison did cover because they didn't play the starters the second half.
Put the JV team in.
Yeah, and then, but imagine those matchups should have been Ole Miss versus
Notre
Oregon.
Dame. No, Notre Dame, I think.
Texas, maybe?
Yeah. I would have had Texas playing Who was the late game? Drawing a blank for some reason.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon played late.
Yeah, I would have had Texas playing Oregon because they're different conferences,
Yeah,
and then Notre Dame playing Ole Miss.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and they're like great pageantry, crossover conferences. They've got tough games. Just so must see TV. And it went from an afternoon like it was like I didn't even watch, and it's my favorite thing on earth. Pretty much is watching college football in the prime time, and I'm like, how can you do that? How can you deface the product that bad? Plus, it's unfair because all you did was give Ole Miss,
Layup.
huh?
A layup.
Yeah, it's like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
So you feel good, you get yourself going, you're ready to go, It's
So
totally not
what would
appropriate.
you do in lieu? Because I mean, it's like I understand the argument where it's like, James Madison, Tulane, like they earned the right, but I would almost make like get like the what is it, the Power Five, the Big Five?
No, but why? Why make the rule that this is my? This
No,
is
no, but
my.
I would almost give them like
Oh,
their
higher.
own their own national championship, like and not even involve the big boys. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I
the
mean?
Power Five includes the ACC, which is a joke. I mean, you got Miami, I guess, right? But they weren't even in the ACC championship game.
Yeah, but the ACC will always be a Power Five school.
I don't know. I just
But the problem is, it's you can eliminate. I don't. To your point is, I guess I shouldn't say that. Good point, Coach. There's really no such thing as the Power Five anymore.
Yeah.
It's the Power Two,
yeah.
and it's really the Power One. Now you get an outlier, but that's about it. So they should eliminate the whole thing. There should be no automatics for any conference. Play a schedule. If you play a legitimate schedule in a decent conference, you go undefeated, you get in. So if you play in the ACC, if you have maybe a tough one loss or undefeated, you're definitely in. Playing the Big 12, same situation. But you play in some of these other conferences. I mean, what are we talking? I mean, come on.
Well, that's the thing. Was it automatic bids for those teams, or they just gave it to them because they won their conference?
I believe because they just won the conferences.
Yeah, because I think you have to have a Power Five representative, right?
Well, no. I mean, they weren't from Power Five conferences. Tulane and James Madison. They were from whatever, some other leagues. Like I don't know why. I don't know why they were chosen. I mean, they had better records,
We said we
but
were going to look that up. I didn't do it. I
but
forgot.
head to head, like was it Tulane played Ole Miss? Like
Yes.
they played in the regular season too, and they get their ass kicked. I don't understand why you would sign up for that again. It just doesn't make sense. Plus the fact, I think it was Notre Dame. Was it Notre Dame pre conference championships? They were like number 10, right? Why do you go from number 10 to out of the top 12 without having a game? It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
what they did.
Tulane is the American Conference
Yeah,
featuring who actually won the conference, Navy. Dougie.
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
My Navy boys.
that conference is good football. Love it. I'm all for it. USF, Memphis, Army, Temple, FAU. I mean, but what are we talking about?
Right.
What are we talking about? It's just the American Football Conference should not be better not be an automatic bid. If it is, makes no sense because I don't think
No.
unless there's some rule you can have one loss and still go. I don't know, but it still is because the Big 12 the big Texas Tech got in, right? Did they get
Yeah,
in?
they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So they that was their winner. But that conference at least had Texas Tech 4, ranked 4, BYU 12, Utah 15, Houston 21, and Arizona 17. So it's a legit conference.
Right.
But Colorado 1 and 8.
Yeah. Someone said, "Oh, is Dion going to be a coach in the NFL?" It's like he's not even a good coach in college. Why would anyone in the NFL
Oh,
want
so disappointing. So it's a fun hype, now a distant memory.
him? Yeah,
But
I like
anyway, I
Shador
just
though.
want to touch on that.
Shador's doing his thing,
he is. I like Shador. I'm a fan.
letting the kid sling a little bit. He ripped half his hand off yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Shador.
But I mean, you got I understand that there's rules, but it's like this goes against the whatever it is, like the bill of goods they sold us last year when it was we're trying to put the best product on. So putting Tulane and James Madison in there was the best product. Everybody in the world knows that it wasn't. So it's like they're pissing on our heads and telling us it's raining.
All you'd have to do is, I don't know where they do the meeting. I think it's in Vegas, but all you'd have to say is, hypothetically, Vegas, if Notre Dame's playing Ole Miss, what's the spread? If Texas is playing Oregon, what's the spread? And then say, okay, we'll switch out James Madison and Tulane. And it's like it would be such a discrepancy. It would be how can you possibly, say that that's the best product? It's not. It's not. It was bullshit. It was like the Red Sox trying to tell us that they're in.
I think it was Rick who said it. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't agree with the first round buys. You have four teams on a buy in the first round.
Yeah, I don't like that either. No, it
I don't
doesn't
like
make
the home
sense.
field advantage either.
I like the home field because you give the
The
guy, you
first
give the
round is
school
okay.
something. Yeah.
First round's fine. You earned it. Look at the home teams. Alabama won, Miami won.
Miami won in Texas.
Right. No, it wasn't in Texas. It was
A&M, yeah.
oh yeah, Texas A&M. So it wasn't like it was that much of an advantage.
No, I just think you don't, it's like you don't do that in the hoop tournament. You don't do that. I
Right.
guess you do. You can do that in the regionals of baseball before the super regionals. So maybe not the end of the world, but I still felt it was like I think there's just such a margin of difference for those first round games if they're really that much better than them. It's not like it's not 1 versus 12.
No, I think Oklahoma, Alabama was like 8-9, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like they were all the same. Except if you took the real teams in there
Right.
and it was Notre Dame and Texas,
Yeah.
if you were looking at those first round games, however those final seeds went, you didn't deserve it more than anybody else. The
Home.
buy I get, but
Yeah.
I also then it would be different, Doug. I think if you didn't have a buy, then I would agree with the first round being at home.
Yeah. I got
But
you.
if there's already going to be a buy set in, those other teams aren't good enough to have deserved, if the right teams were in, home field advantage over the other team.
Yeah, because
You
those
can't just
buys.
go, oh, you're ranked 10 and you're ranked 11 and you're going to get home field. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and
Right.
those buys are all major bowl games now instead of home field.
But like I said, if
Yeah,
you
like
only have,
Oregon, Texas
if
Tech
you,
is the Orange Bowl, the
Right.
Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl.
Right. So those
Um,
those buy teams earn the right to have a non-home game.
yeah, and I think I voiced my opinion on this last week, but it's like I don't understand the logistics of it all too. So they went and they played. So Oregon, James Madison played Texas Tech on the bye. Now Oregon and Texas Tech don't play till New Year's Day for Christ's sakes.
yeah,
That's a week and a half.
Yeah, but they just played last Saturday. So
Right.
you'll have 2 weeks off, then you'll have a week off for the Chick-fil-A Bowl, then another 10 days off for the championship. And
No.
Texas Tech won't play a game for like a calendar month
Yeah.
on January 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You're right. No, if you didn't have the bye, you could have those teams playing earlier and have this thing, you could wrap it up at the same time, but they shouldn't have that bye. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it could have been so much better. But I will say this. This is my
well,
observation. The SEC is the best conference, but I think Indiana and Ohio State are the two best teams. I know they won too, but I think that they're the two best. I think they're better than the SEC this year. Both those teams.
Indiana story is incredible. I'm rooting for them. That's
That
what I'm
team's
looking.
awesome. I really watched them against Ohio State in that Big Ten champion, and I was like, this team's legit. That quarterback's awesome. He's gonna be a good
Stop.
pro. He's gonna be a good pro.
But I agree. It is that was part of what I talked about the last podcast. It was you're saying like almost I feel for like in Oregon, not having the bye is an advantage
Yeah,
over
100%.
Texas Tech.
Because at least you're
Because
able to get out there, get the juices
yeah,
flowing.
1,000%.
Do you think? Meanwhile, Texas Tech is just sitting on the couch for a calendar month.
Same with Indiana, right? Those guys have played. They're still gonna have
Indiana,
plenty of rest
Ohio
going into the
State,
game in one
and
game.
who's the other one?
Ole Miss got a scrimmage under their belt.
Yep.
Should be one. It should be everybody plays round one, and you get home field advantage in round one because now it's different. It's 1v12, well deserved. 2v11, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So maybe the only tweener is 5v6, but it's the way it goes. But
And how would you even do that? I mean, you guys both have coaching experience. I mean, how do you even do that when you have a calendar fucking month off? Like,
you'd
yeah,
actually
we'll
have
do
to
some
go.
like conditioning and we'll
Yeah, it's like you got to do a whole little mini training camp.
But to
yeah.
do that
Again.
anyway, you'd have to expand to 16 teams.
Why? Because of the way
Yeah,
it works out.
well, you can't go head to head in the first round with 12 teams. Doesn't work.
Right. It's got to
Because
go
you're
from
going to go
16
from
to 8.
16 to 8, 8 to
Yeah.
4, 4 to 2.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't do that with 12. So you'd
Right.
end up with 16, which I'd be for. Then maybe you give a couple cupcakes can go in there, get smashed. But it is what it is. Now you would have had in put Tulane in, put James Madison, put your two tokens. Now you've got Notre Dame in. Now you've got Indiana in. Match them up. Yep, one's going to destroy that. Though there'll be 2 games in the first round that will stink. You
Yeah.
know, but outside of that, the rest are going to be stud games. And then you move right into now it's all neutral sites going to the quarterfinals, to the semis, to the national championship.
Yeah, and it's 4 games,
It's
you
a
know,
no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for me.
in a month and a
Because,
half, which is still plenty of time.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. Well, you're not losing anything because, like Doug said, you don't have the bye.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. No, I think that's the way to go. And how do people not figure that out? I have no idea. They're getting paid millions of dollars. And we do it here on Big and Small in like 10 minutes. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
somebody's stealing in the NCAA right now.
Your boy.
Yeah.
Ex-mayor.
Wish I was him. Give him credit. Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
You don't hear from him though. The guy's invisible. Good for him.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Pats.
Yep.
That was a big win last night. I was impressed. I said before that game started, if I had to bet, I would bet on Baltimore because I thought Baltimore. I mean, I didn't know that Lamar was, borderline injured, before the game started. That was a big loss for them.
Yep.
But Pat showed a lot. They're down 11. They come back in the fourth. I mean, they showed some backbone. I think that's gonna help them moving forward. I mean, that was a playoff type game because Baltimore had to have it, and to go into Baltimore and do that, make a comeback like that. I think that's gonna go a long way for this team. Although unbelievable injuries, they got banged up. Again, a lot of guys. I think they lost like 4 guys.
It was
I
it
don't
was
think
a, it
anything
was a
long
rough
term.
day it was a rough turn in the NFL yesterday. Chiefs lost their backup quarterback Gardner Minshew went out, tore his ACL. I believe JJ McCartney, I think they came out and said they're shutting him down for the year as well with a hand injury, quarterback from Minnesota. Um, who else got hurt?
Lamar,
Lamar.
they'll probably shut him down.
Yeah, they are. Is Baltimore eliminated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, they are.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like I said, if you get a list of the top 1 through 30 top NFL players, I would venture a guess 70% are got injured and are out for the year.
Yeah.
70% of what?
The top
Players.
30 players in the NFL.
Hmm.
There's a lot of guys that
I
are
don't
hurt.
think that's the case.
A lot of guys that are hurt.
Huh? Yeah,
A lot of hurt
guys.
players.
There's definitely a lot of injuries in the league, no doubt about it. But like season ending, no way.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
70?
Percent.
Yeah.
70%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. There's a lot of guys out. That's all I know.
Technically, in my opinion, the best, though Mahomes, yes, but you're still looking at right now. I thought the Patriots I thought it was great. I think they went in banged up. They showed a lot of character. I think they got a lot of guys experience that's going to pay dividends for them down the road because they're going to get guys back. Milt Williams going to be back. Spillane's going to be back. They've got some guys have really stepped up on the offensive line, which gives them more when Campbell comes back, gives them even more depth. Wilson looked good. Henderson's key, so hopefully he's back sooner than later. But I will say this, and I don't want to be negative Nelly on it, is if Henry doesn't fumble that ball, that series, they're in deep shit.
Oh, yeah.
And you can always say what ifs, but that was a massive play. And then they settled in. I also, negative Nelly, is they really haven't beaten a quality quarterback except for Josh Allen up in Buffalo.
They split.
And they split, and that concerns me. Special teams cleaned things up quite a bit. And actually, even to close that game out was just a freak play unbelievable hustle play by Chason, who overall didn't have a very good game, but that was a hell of an effort play right there to get that script sack. But in general, the thing is probably needed the elephant off the monkey off his back. It was May. Final quarter, down, go win a football game. And he put on a show and went 12 for 14. And I don't care. You're 23. You're playing on a national stage. The other guy post game, with the interview, him and Diggs and Chase on, and it's like that. That's I don't care. You get that out. You lose that game late in that game. Now now in his head is, I don't know if I can get this done.
Right.
I think it took a lot off. A lot. I thought, McDaniels overall. I thought the coaching staff did a much better job. We kind of had fun watching it. Especially early game planning was great, and then he stayed with stuff in the second half. A lot of different guys were involved, and then defensively, they kind of just ended up doing what they had to do, which was at key times. They just sold out. They're like, we're coming. We're just gonna come. We can't sit back and stop this run game. But what was Baltimore doing? Derrick Henry, I don't think played like the entire fourth quarter.
No.
He didn't. He played, but he didn't touch the ball their last. I think it was like 13 offensive snaps.
Yeah, crazy.
And then Harbaugh was just said in his post game that, it's just the way the rotations went between him and who's the other guy's name? Keaton.
He's not bad either, but I'll tell you the other thing is the kid, the kicker, the Pats kicker, Bagales, he did another nice night.
Yeah, knock on wood.
But I'll tell you, they were right down the middle, hostile environment.
Yeah,
How
kid's
many
been nailed. He's
Ton
been
of
nailed.
Patriots fans there, though, huh? That was crazy.
MVP, they were yelling.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the MVP.
No, I don't either. But he's playing. I mean, he's playing great.
Right. Who's better?
Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
But Matt Stafford has a real team
Yeah, but it doesn't like.
who's been playing for a while. Like if Drake May didn't play for the Patriots right now, what would their record be?
That's a good point. I mean, if you look at the impact of the player on the team, I would say May is more impactful than Stafford.
He's throwing almost 75%, I think. It's like crazy. I
Right.
mean, he looked shaky early again with a couple turnovers, but he overcame. He's only getting better. But I think Stafford's great, but I don't know. I just think that I look at MVP as like, it's like Josh Allen. You always pass to having the MVP because if Josh Allen isn't in the Bills, you can't all of a sudden take Brock Purdy, take him off the field, plug in Mac Jones, and win football games in Buffalo. Forget about it.
Right.
But I think in that LA system, other guys could succeed there pretty easily.
Like
I
Brock
don't.
Purdy. Like Brock Purdy or Mac
If you
Jones.
put Josh Allen in that system with those guys, I mean, they might score 60 points a game.
Yeah, but like you said, if you put Brock Purdy or Mac Jones on the Rams, they're probably pretty successful.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I would
Matt's
say if they were on the Patriots right now, they wouldn't be.
No, I agree.
They'd be solid. I think with the coaching staff this year and the guys, I think they'd be, playoff caliber team. Back to an end, maybe, just a couple games over 500, a game of 500. But if Drake May was off this team, I mean, you are rude.
Yeah, between him being able to run the football the way he does with the RPO and like some of the throws he's made this year, like to Booty and last night to Williams and stuff, Mac Jones is not making those plays. Brock Purdy is not making those plays.
No,
Those are
I don't even want to pick on Brady, but that throw he threw to Diggs on that 4th and 2, the out pattern,
yeah.
I mean, scary as hell. But you could not throw a better football than that, especially with the velocity he does. That's a little less velocity or a little bit not out in front enough. See you later.
Pick six. Right.
But he's well, it's fun for us anyway. And he's a strong kid. So you gotta love that. He doesn't look flinched after the games, he's getting confident. But you got a 23-year-old quarterback, looks like that, acts like that. Coaching staff have trouble screwing that team up.
Well, how about Williams in Chicago? He turned it around too.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah,
I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that kid was that good, but he's good.
he's really good. And I think I didn't watch. I watched him a good amount, and I loved his talent, but I thought he was kind of a baby and a prima donna. But
Yeah.
I was worried about him going to the weather and stuff. But he's the real deal. That
That
draft
went,
class is actually pretty darn good. Imagine
yeah, I mean
how they
that
panned out. With Bo Nix, and you had uh, uh, what's his name got hurt.
Penix.
Huh?
Penix.
Well, no, from Washington.
Oh, Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah, like you got, pretty much right there 4 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL out of one draft. That's pretty good.
I think that Daniels was you could predict he was small and he was susceptible to getting hurt when they drafted him. And that was my one thing when the
Yeah,
Pats
but I mean
did.
his O line stinks. Anybody's gonna get hurt when you're getting fucking slammed to the ground 40 times a fucking game. Drake May would too.
Yeah, probably. Well, shame on them for not getting a good old line.
I hope this kind of opens ownership's eyes and they get Drake some actual viable offensive weapons.
They're 12-3. You know what I mean? As far as Kraft knows, this formula works. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, but it's clearly I mean, Stephon Diggs, 32 years old.
I don't disagree with you, Doug.
Yeah, but Stephon Diggs is good. He
Yeah,
was
but
unbelievable last night.
Yeah, last night, but I mean, it's like, I want
Hollins
somebody.
was awesome. Tight ends, excellent. Pop Douglas, I wish he'd emerge more. Williams is the kid because they need that bona fide deep threat, and he's that. So a year from now, that kid's going to be really interesting.
That's why
Really.
I would have loved to go get like T. Higgins.
But think
And he
about
was
how many
available,
guys want to
which
get
is
DK
interesting
Metcalf.
now because I think hot take Joe Burrow's done in Cincy.
Oh, definitely.
I think he wants out of the cold. I think he wants to go play with like a dome team or a warm team. I don't think he likes the cold.
I don't think he likes Cincinnati as a whole.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with him, but they lit him up the other night, yesterday. But
They scored like 45 points yesterday.
yeah, but I still think my take is I think the defense, though they spent money there, Landry's older. Chase Sean's kind of a role DN. Uh, the Barmore played tough last night. They had a couple guys inside, Milt Williams. Colin Davis is getting older. The safety's going to be pretty good. I personally feel if I were going out and focusing on some money, I'd go defense.
Well,
They're if they're not 100% healthy, they don't ass kick. And they hang in there, but you got to scheme it up. I want to see a couple more ass kickers in there. But
Tommy Curran, what the podcast? Who's he do that with? Who's the other guy that he does it with? Anyway, that guy, that guy says, hot take, because Vrabel likes playing zone so much on defense, that they should trade Gonzalez for a couple of first round draft picks. What? He's like the best corner in the league. You're gonna trade him for 2 first round picks because they like to play zone? That could have been the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
do you think you could get 2 first-round picks for Gonzalez?
You got first. Didn't they get 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner?
They did.
Yeah, that was the dumbest trade ever.
Well, a lot of dumb
And
teams in the
then he gets-
NFL.
Sauce Gardner's
then
been
he-
a constant loser.
Another one. Then he gets hurt like the week after, out for the season, I think.
But don't you think this is a dumb thing to say? Trade Gonzalez because they like to play zone. Stupid.
Yeah. And their team that shouldn't you shouldn't need to play zone in this league. What's proven in this league is pressure the quarterback, and that's simple. You can't. The guys are too fast. They're too good. If you give quarterbacks time in zone, this isn't high school football.
Yeah, no
They
chance.
will freaking chew you up. You put Tom Brady in the pocket without pressure, it's over. Only times he lost was because teams brought the heat. Only time. Those Super Bowls. The Giants did it and intimidated them. He forced them into some stupid interceptions. The Eagles did it. And that is the recipe. Atlanta was doing it till they got back in that game. But pressure. Like I say, if I was playing the Patriots, I wouldn't care. Just go man up. The receivers, to your point, Doug, are good. They be crafty. They're not like horrifyingly scary. I would just freaking zone man up and freaking go every freaking play. I'd do it like a run blitz system. Not every play, but most of the time. And that's what happened with the Patriots. The Patriots in that game, when they stopped getting their asses beat, went to more of an aggressive attack and manned up. And Gonzalez actually played better manned up because he didn't look good early in that game at all, I thought.
No, Flowers was killing them.
Yeah, way too soft.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So Denver has the Chiefs, who are just a shell of themselves, and the
Eliminated
Chargers,
from
right?
playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chargers last game.
Are they both home games? Because I think I'll tell you what, Jacksonville's scary. Houston's scary. Denver's obviously good. Pats are good. Buffalo's pretty good. The playoffs are shaping up.
Yeah, it's gonna
Pittsburgh.
be awesome.
Pittsburgh with a big W on the road against Detroit. That was-
Denver is at Kansas City. Before the season, this should have been good. Denver at Kansas City Christmas night.
yeah. They'll beat them by 100.
Now they have fucking Rick Forrestier at quarterback for Kansas City.
Ah.
And then
There's a drop kick, Doug just said. I can do a little drop kick if you need it for the 2-point conversion.
and then Chargers at Denver, the week 18 game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting, right? Does that could mean something?
Chargers are, what are they, Dougie? Are they like game behind Denver?
Chargers are good.
I think they are a game behind them.
Yes.
So it could mean, it could be for the division. That would be good. So we'll see. Pat's got two cupcakes. Hopefully they take
Just
care of business.
take care of themselves. Take care of themselves. Let's get in there.
Yeah.
And the Chargers are playing. Chargers are hosting the Texans.
Ooh, that's a big game. That's a big game this weekend.
Texans are gonna destroy them.
You think
Hosting the
so?
Texans on Saturday.
At LA?
Saturday at 4:30. That's a Ricky slot if I've ever heard one.
Saturday at 4:30. Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get
I
out
like
on
that.
Main Street, do my picks as I continue to be forever 500. Nothing worse than being forever 500.
I know. I suck at that. It's okay. It is what it is. Uh, all right. Anything else about the Pats?
No, just looking
How
forward
about
to
the
running out. It was
Patriots?
exciting that.
The officiating sucks.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, imagine if they didn't bail themselves out of that call. How crazy it would have been.
we would have been talking about that all night. But it's not like it's you know here and there. It's every single game, multiple times a game.
And then you hear like all the talking heads, and it was like, well, forward progress was stopped, but that wasn't what they called. They didn't call forward progress. They called to play a fucking touchdown, but it was OPI, which negates it. Oh, and by the way, non-reviewable, game over. See you later.
Right. But it was a touchdown. Why wouldn't it be reviewable? Oh, the call wasn't reviewable.
I'm still baffled by it. And then the series before, you call the pick play.
Yeah.
Now you call the fucking pick play. So fucking frustrating.
Yeah, but every game, like I said, it's like every game it's like an identifiable play. Like to what point? Like, hey, it is what it is. You lose to Buffalo, right? We talked about that horrible pass call at Colin Davis, where they would have won if they didn't call that pass interference. And you call that pass interference, and then a guy gets freaking
Tackle.
in the middle of a field, out of the middle of the field, like he's catching a punt, tackled. It almost concussed the guy because he was so tackled. He like whipped him back, and you missed that call. And we're talking about maybe a tug of the shirt with some fantastic technique. It's because they're not football players. They don't know that. They don't know. They don't see what you should get rewarded by and what you should. But thank God, because that would have been horrible.
In my opinion, that non-call against Booty last night was a decision the referee made at the time, and he said, "I don't want to make a difference in this game," and he let it go, as opposed to making that call, giving the ball to Pats at what, the 5?
Well, there's 17 guys out there. Somebody throw the flag. You could have thrown the flag from freaking my kitchen
I know.
to
I
see
know.
that was a penalty. I mean, come
It's
on.
amazing.
It has to be, everything has to be reviewable. Everybody needs, in those situations, it needs to be looked at quick upstairs. If it's nothing, move on. If it's legit, bang, it's called. That's all.
And
It's
put
simple.
parameters around it, like last 5 minutes of each half. You can review.
Like I say, it can't be ticky tack, but yeah, 100%. 5 minutes, but still, it's like, it could even just be, it's got to be so freaking obvious to every human being on earth that I'm overturning this.
I wouldn't even put the parameters on it.
Well, the
would
problem
either.
is there. Wow. I guess you limit.
But the people in New York are watching the game anyway. They should be seeing it in real time as it is. You hit the button, you say, "Yeah, that's fucking OPI. Move on. Let's go."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they definitely have the technology, and the people watching the game in New York to make it work, and it's just maddening. It's every single game, and the thing is, Sunday comes, everyone loses their mind,
That's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
Monday,
You bitch about it for a day, and then it's
and
just
that's
back
it.
to, yeah, this is
Right.
what it is. Yeah, we'll bitch about it for 24 hours, and
Yeah, and it goes
hey,
away.
get them next week. I'll put another $100 bet in, and we'll fucking do our thing.
Right. That's the thing that's nuts is I don't I think the NFL's okay with it. I think they're okay with it.
Yeah, because I mean, I've said it for 6 weeks now. You're not gonna not consume the product.
Right.
Because there was a no call on Booty last night, so that means you're just not gonna watch the Pats Jets game.
No, they're gonna watch. They don't care. You're right.
Yeah,
That's what it is. You gotta bet on it and you gotta watch it.
yeah,
And they're
absolutely.
like, yep, yep, the refs suck. Okay, see you next week. That's it. You know?
All right, guys. What do you got for your Christmas plans, Doug?
I'm going to the Coit compound Christmas party tomorrow night.
Compound.
Yeah, his condo down in North Smithfield.
Oh.
And
Nice, that'll be
then
fun.
Is he doing something different? You know?
Wait a minute.
Since like professionally? Is he doing
He's still doing
I
all
know
the
he's doing the
Browns.
Brown stuff.
He's
Yeah.
doing the Brown stuff. He's still doing the radio Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
But I'll talk to him. I haven't heard anything about I don't know what I call it, full time or whatnot at a
Because I noticed,
station.
I don't know if it's new or not, but he's got an Instagram account called Nick Coit Sports.
Yep,
Was that always been there?
I believe so. Yes, but I
Oh,
think it
okay.
was. I think it was like Nick Coy ABC 6 or something.
Oh, okay.
So we just changed it.
I see. Well, tell him we said hi.
Yep.
Although I've texted him a couple times, he hasn't responded, so I don't know if he's ghosting me or not.
Wow.
I don't know if he's ghosting me. And find out.
Maybe
Say hey, you got something going on with Coach? Did I do something wrong?
that's it.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got going on, Rick? You making a appearance at the Ming over the holiday?
Probably, yeah. I got nothing. It's kind of an emotional. It's gonna be an emotional another holiday. So,
Oh,
You want
just,
me
that's
to come
right.
up?
No Florida, right? You're
yeah.
usually in
I just was
Florida.
like, I mean, it's just busy up here, and then James has got his stuff going on. But I was more, full disclosure. Lisa and I had an awesome time down there the last years that we've gone, and it was just, a lot of memories.
Wow, the L word, huh?
Yeah, well, it's what it was a great run. It
Yeah.
is what it is. It's sad, but you forget those memories. It was sort of like I get out and I'll be alone, walking. I can do whatever I need to do, but the kids and I would have pied up. But let me just take. I'm just gonna chill out this year, and it's yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's tricky.
I'd
So
come by and give you a hug.
yeah, come on by.
That's a big hug.
No, I might go up to Jimmy was over. I might probably go up to. I saw Jeff Santos today. I might go up to
Santos.
Annie's house,
Yeah.
do the Wileys on
Little
Christmas Eve, say
Christmas Eve.
hello. Maybe James will come up with me, and
Go
then
see the tribe.
yeah, it's too big a tribe now. It used to be awesome, but
Like breeding like rabbits over there. Must be something in the water.
I don't know. I might just chill. Blackland Ranger asked me if I want to go. He's doing an open house. Wouldn't mind going by to see some of those guys, and then Christmas, no, Christmas will just be do whatever, and then James will go, hang with Kara. It's kind of sad on everybody's end over there too, because it's the first Christmas since Sue passed,
Yeah.
so they'll
Yeah.
get through the holidays for the first time. Gracie's not coming home, which I was bummed about, and then I thought she was, and then yeah, Jungle and I just go out, whatever guys are doing, we'll go out, watch them, and then after, and probably head up to see my father on Friday, and maybe my sister, whatever they're doing. So yeah, kind of gonna be weird compared to what I've done the last basically 5 years. I was in Lauderdale the last 5 years. Loved it, killed it. But who knows? Year away. Plus, I've got no other companionship really down there now because it's anyway, not to bore
It's a different podcast. We're gonna do that sometime.
you. How about you, Coach?
So actually, if you're around on Wednesday, we're doing like a Christmas Eve thing here. Both of you come on over, but we do like a game night thing, whatever. But people come over, we drink, we laugh. It's pretty good. It's fun. Um, And then Christmas Day, I'm going to my sister-in-law's in Marshfield. So,
Oh yeah, I knew you did that. Yeah.
yeah.
So Christmas Eve you stay home. That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put you in. I'll start south down there,
South.
and
I'm
then
like 2
move back,
miles from him. South.
and then move back north to the Wileys.
South, he says. Yeah, I'll text you. I'll let you know what time stuff gets going. South. The big trek.
Well, all right, guys. Well, have a great Christmas. We'll catch up after.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. All right, boys, get them up. I got my empty ice cream thing here. See you later. Podcast gold.
That's it.
Thanks
All
to
right,
our
buddy.
millions of viewers. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.